What's up, YouTubers and plant lovers? It's Justin coming to you from the Big Blue Nation once again. And today, I'm sad to say, but I came home from work the other day and my cat, he destroyed my rock garden. No, most of you probably seen it. If you haven't, feel free to check it out. It's one of my earlier videos where I got some rock plants and I made a nice, pretty large at that, rock garden. It was really beautiful. Unfortunately, these are the only ones I rescued. I don't know if you can see it from there. I had about maybe 60 plants in here, maybe about 50. I don't know, it was enough to fill up the whole bowl, and it was actually pretty full. And that's what I pulled out that I could actually rescue. There was probably about 5 that were dead. All the rest I've saved, and I can't find any more. But as you can see, it was a rather large ball. I believe it's about 12 to 14 inches. Came home from a double at work and it was destroyed. I found it on there. It was horrible. I was so sad. I know some of you have probably seen Salem. He's my little black cat that runs around here every once in a while. Alas, nothing really you can do about it except move on, right? So I gathered all the little bits that I found and I'm going to transplant those into here. And it was funny because I couldn't actually think, well, I had a lot and I planted in that big pot, but now I'm down to probably about 12, and I didn't have a small enough pot that would actually work. So yesterday I filmed my coconut video, and I've got a little bottom piece to the bottom part of that coconut. I pulled that off and I'm going to drill some holes in here and actually let water flow freely. Now this is a desert plant, the Lithops, the stone plants, so they need to have a little bit of water, a little bit of access to water, but yeah, water needs to be able to kind of drain away. So you don't want to use anything that won't drain. This guy doesn't have any holes in it, so I'm going to actually use my drill and put a couple holes in the bottom of the pot. Now it's nothing hard. All you need is just a little drill bit. Just a standard little drill bit. And then I'll just kind of tighten that in there. And then drill some holes down in there. Now it's a small pot, so it's not going to need a whole lot in the way of drainage. But it will need some. So I figure about 3 holes ought to do it. Use a flat surface and apply pressure. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering what I had the fingernail clippers for, and it's for this part. Now, I don't know if you can see from where you're at, but when you push down with the drill bit, the plastic kind of bends up a little bit. So I'll just take some standard fingernail clippers that I've sanitized, nice and clean, and just kind of chop the little bits of that plastic off. That will allow the water to have less of a surface area to kind of bond or mix up with and get stuck. So yeah, just remove any of that plastic that you can, kind of make it a smooth surface so that the water will be able to exit just fine. The more water that's in the bottom of the pot with the roots, the more likely you are to actually kill your plants and let it die of root rot. Alright, now we're set up there. So once again, I'm going to use the same soil that I was using in my last video, the Miracle-Gro Cactus Palm and Citrus Mix. It does have a lot of sand in it, so it will suit these rock plants just fine. It would be most like where these plants are found, to give it some kind of likeness with the substrate. Now this stuff does have added nutrients, so your plants will be well fed and taken care of. Now I discussed my Lithops care in the previous video, so if you do have any of these as a plant and you're wanting to know what you need to do to take care of them and what kind of needs need to be met, feel free to check out that video, because I do go a little bit more in depth with the plant in that one. Now, I've got the soil about where I want it to be, maybe a little bit too much, but I will kind of compact it a little bit, and I will make another rock garden. Obviously, I'll put my big boy here in the middle. He's going to have a lot of room there in the center. Now, obviously, he's up a little bit higher. He doesn't have a whole lot of depth in this box, so I'll just kind of add the soil up around him. And he'll be fine. In nature that kind of happens too. Plants aren't always where they want to be, but still they make do. Alright, now I'll just kind of use my sanitized pruning shears and poke little holes in here where I want the other ones to go. And just drop them down in there accordingly. I really was astounded at how hardy these little plants are. I mean, my cat, he loves to dig. He's got sharp claws. He knows how to use them. So he destroyed several of them. And like I said, there's still some that I didn't find. So I'm not sure what entirely he did with everything. But these plants, they can take a pounding. They can take a licking, I'll tell you that. And all I'm doing is just picking them up ever so slightly and gentle, because you can tell that they are kind of cracked and look like they've been through the ringer. So I'm just taking a little bit of patience and just putting them exactly where I want them. You don't want to have to be able to dig them up again, because they've already gone through a lot, so any more trauma will probably kill the plant. Be patient in repotting them and just take your time. Now I do want to leave other areas to put some other ones in here. I'll probably go to Lowe's or Home Depot in a day or two and try and find some more variety with the rock plants and kind of see what I want here. I'll tell you, this was a learning experience though. The last time I made this rock garden, I thought it would look kind of cool if I took the small little pebbles and placed them over here on top of the rocks. That way you could kind of see that in nature they do look like rocks, and that's why they got their name. But once I had to dig those out, that was crazy intense. So I do recommend that you do not use those unless you use something that's totally distinguishable from these plants. I mean, you would think, you know, okay, gray pebbles, kind of reddish pebbles. The rocks aren't really going to look an awful lot like those pebbles. They do. They really do. So I think that's what took me so long last night in figuring out what was what. Some of these are tiny. The perlite's bigger than some of these rock plants. These little guys, they are hardy desert little plants, and they're so unique. They really are. I mean, they're just beautiful to look at, especially when they do flower. These are angiosperms, so they will produce a flower. Little small ones, but still beautiful nonetheless. So you do learn to appreciate the smaller things with these types. I like them a lot. And after I get them all where I kind of want them, a little situated in there, I will take my finger and kind of compact them to make sure that they are packed in there fairly tightly. This guy in the middle, you can kind of press him down a little bit and pack the soil on there, around with the rest of them, being ever so gently. You don't want to cause them any more harm or trouble, or excuse me, trauma. Now I did leave some room back here in the back. I want to actually go and see if I can't find a different variety to throw in here with them. Now it is January in Kentucky, so I'm sure I will have a little bit of trouble finding some. But I do know some shops around here in Louisville that do offer a different variety of succulents, let alone the Lithops. So these are really cool, unique plants. I encourage you to go out and look up and find some information on them and try to raise some yourself. Like I said, I did a video on them, so feel free to watch that and learn as much as you can about these plants before you try to take them on. Like I said, they are desert plants, they are succulents. There is some kind of care. A lot of people think that with succulents and cacti, you don't really need, you can just kind of set them and forget them. They do need a little bit of water, they need a lot of light. These guys are native to the desert here. So you want to make sure that you do give them at least 8 hours of sunlight a day. I wouldn't sit them on a windowsill unless it's the winter time. You could get away with a southern facing window probably. I will stick these under artificial light, under my LEDs that I got. So if you have any question about that, just feel free to message me. You can look me up on Instagram, YT Green Alchemist. I will provide you with any information that I know. Yeah, that's really all I know about the Lithops, guys. And I hope you like it. Like I said, this is going to be a work in progress, so we'll continue to add more plants to it. And as I do, I will create update videos on them and show you how it's come out. So thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment and let me know if you guys ever created a rock garden, or if you've had any kind of success or failures with these plants. Like I said, the cat attack in mine was a failure. Putting the rocks in over top of it was kind of a failure too. But now I have this smaller one. It's more manageable and easier to take care of. So you live and learn, right? Well guys, thank you again, and hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the bell next to it. That way you'll know anytime I've uploaded a new video. Well guys, have a good one. Have a nice life, and don't forget, always plant prudently. Thank you, YouTube.